Imagine being able to shapeshift at will, assuming any form you desire. Now imagine using this power with malevolent intent. Welcome to the world of the Skinwalkers. These enigmatic beings, deeply rooted in Navajo mythology, are the stuff of nightmares, cloaked in mystery and fear. Said to possess the ability to transform into any creature, they embody the darker side of the supernatural. So brace yourself as we dive into the enigma of Skinwalkers, the shapeshifters of Navajo lore. The Skinwalkers, known as Yi-Nald-Lushi in Navajo, are not your typical mythical creatures. They are a part of a rich tapestry of Navajo mythology, deeply woven into the fabric of their culture and traditions. But these aren't the friendly, whimsical beings of fairy tales. No, Skinwalkers are something much more sinister. In Navajo mythology, Skinwalkers are believed to be witches or medicine men who have succumbed to dark magic. They are said to have the power to shapeshift into animals, adopting their forms to move undetected in the night. Whether it be the stealth of a coyote, the speed of a wolf, or the flight of a crow, Skinwalkers use these forms to achieve their malevolent intentions. But their abilities extend far beyond mere shapeshifting. Skinwalkers are also believed to possess mind control and psychic powers. They can instill fear, sow chaos, and even cause physical harm. It's said that they can mimic the voices of people you know, luring you into a false sense of security before they strike. Their eyes, even in their animal forms, are said to glow with an unnatural, eerie light. These creatures are not merely villains in some forgotten folklore. They are a living part of Navajo culture, their stories passed down through generations. The tales of their encounters serve as cautionary tales, warning of the consequences of straying from the righteous path and delving into the dark arts. Their role in Navajo culture is significant. They symbolize the perversion of sacred rituals and traditions, a manifestation of the worst fears of the people. They are a stark reminder of the thin line between good and evil, between the sacred and the profane. However, it's important to note that these stories are not shared lightly. Discussing Skinwalkers, especially after dark, is considered taboo in Navajo culture. It's believed to attract their attention, and no one wants to cross paths with a Skinwalker. As we delve deeper, the stories surrounding these beings become even more captivating. They are a testament to the power of folklore and the enduring impact of myths on a culture. But remember, these are not just stories. To the Navajo, Skinwalkers are very real, a chilling embodiment of the darkness that can dwell within us all. The legends of the Navajo people are filled with tales of these eerie entities. In the rich tapestry of Navajo folklore, few figures are as chilling and complex as the Skinwalkers, known in the Navajo language as Yi-Nald-Lushi, which translates to, "he who walks on all fours." These are not merely creatures of the night, they are deeply woven into the cultural and spiritual fabric of the Navajo people. The Skinwalkers are often portrayed as malevolent witches, who can transform into, possess, or disguise themselves as animals. The animals they choose are not random but carefully selected, each with its own symbolic meaning. A coyote, for instance, is seen as a trickster, while an owl is a harbinger of death. One haunting legend narrates the tale of a woman who, after being left alone in her family's hogan, a traditional Navajo dwelling, at night, hears scratching on the door. Upon opening it, she finds a large menacing coyote standing on its hind legs, its eyes gleaming with an unnatural intelligence. This is a classic depiction of a Skinwalker, a creature that blurs the line between human and beast. Another tale tells of a man who, while on a solitary journey through the desert, encounters an old woman who transforms into a wolf before his very eyes. Overwhelmed by fear, the man manages to escape, but the encounter leaves him deeply disturbed, forever haunted by the memory. In yet another story, a group of hunters come across an animal that seems to be a deer. But as they approach, the creature stands on its hind legs, revealing a human-like face. The hunters flee in terror, realizing that they have crossed paths with a Skinwalker. These stories serve a purpose beyond mere entertainment or fright. They are cautionary tales, lessons about the dangers of transgressing cultural taboos in the balance of nature. Skinwalkers in these narratives are often individuals who have succumbed to greed, envy, or other negative emotions, and in doing so, have lost their humanity. The Navajo people believe in the power of words and thoughts, and talking about Skinwalkers is often considered taboo. They hold that speaking of these entities could attract their attention, a risk too great to take. This belief adds an extra layer of fear and respect to these tales, making them more than just stories but a part of the lived experience of the Navajo people. These ancient tales paint a vivid picture of the Skinwalkers, but the mystery doesn't end there. As we delve deeper into the world of Skinwalkers, we will explore their characteristics, abilities, and the fear they instill, as well as the real and reported encounters with these enigmatic beings. The Skinwalkers are not just shapeshifters, they possess a myriad of other abilities that instill fear. Delving deeper into the lore of Skinwalkers, we find that their abilities range far beyond simple shapeshifting. The Skinwalkers are said to possess an uncanny knowledge of the natural world. They are believed to have the ability to control the elements, manipulating weather and summoning storms at will. This power over nature is said to stem from their deep understanding of the world and the forces that govern it. In addition to their elemental powers, Skinwalkers are also reputed to have the ability to manipulate time. They can slow it down or speed it up, giving them an edge in their nefarious activities. This temporal manipulation is often associated with their ability to appear and disappear suddenly, leaving no trace of their presence. Beyond their control of the elements and time, Skinwalkers are also feared for their mind control abilities. They are said to be able to invade the thoughts of their victims, inflicting fear and chaos. They can manipulate emotions, driving people to madness or forcing their victims to do their bidding. This psychological warfare is a key aspect of their reputation as malevolent beings. Skinwalkers are also known for their ability to mimic voices. They use this skill to disorient their victims, luring them into traps by imitating the voices of their loved ones. This voice mimicry adds another layer to their terrifying persona, as they can use it to create confusion and fear. One of the most chilling abilities attributed to Skinwalkers is their power over death. They are said to be able to cause death or illness with a mere glance, known as the death stare. This ability is said to stem from their deep connection with the darker forces of the world. However, it's important to remember that the abilities of Skinwalkers are not just about physical or psychological manipulation. They are also believed to possess spiritual powers, allowing them to cross into the spirit world. This ability to move between realms is said to give them access to knowledge and power that is beyond the understanding of ordinary humans. These abilities, combined with their shape-shifting prowess, make Skinwalkers formidable beings in Navajo mythology. Their powers instill fear, and their presence is often associated with bad omens and misfortune. They are believed to be creatures of darkness, using their abilities for malevolent purposes. Of course, these are all attributes and abilities that are part of the lore and mythology surrounding Skinwalkers. There's a wide range of beliefs and stories about these beings, and the specifics can vary from one tale to another. However, the consistent elements are their shape-shifting abilities, their malevolent intent, and their association with fear and misfortune. Their abilities may seem supernatural, but their presence is very real to those who have encountered them. Whether or not you believe in these tales, there's no denying the impact that Skinwalkers have had on Navajo culture and mythology. From hushed whispers to documented accounts, there are many who claim to have crossed paths with these beings. The world is filled with narratives of encounters with Skinwalkers, each one more unnerving than the last. These stories are not exclusive to the Navajo culture but span across diverse geographies and communities, painting a global picture of fear and fascination. Let's start with a chilling account from the American Southwest. A man driving through a desolate highway reported seeing a creature running alongside his car, matching his speed. It was described as a large, humanoid figure with the head of a wolf. Despite his car reaching speeds upwards of 60 miles per hour, the creature kept pace, its eyes glowing in the night before it vanished into thin air. Halfway across the world, in the remote regions of Scandinavia, similar stories abound. The locals speak of the Varulv, a malevolent shapeshifter that can take the form of a wolf. These legends, much like the Skinwalker tales, speak of humans who have made dark pacts to acquire such transformative powers. In the East, Japan has its own version of shape-shifting entities known as kitsune. These are fox spirits that can take human form, often depicted as cunning tricksters or as possessing great wisdom. Despite the cultural differences, the underlying theme remains consistent: the ability to transform, to deceive, and to instill fear. Back in the Americas, tales of Skinwalker encounters are not confined to the past. Modern-day reports continue to surface. A family in Colorado spoke of unusual incidents around their ranch, ranging from livestock mysteriously disappearing to spotting strange, animal-like figures that stood on two legs and moved with an eerie, human-like gait. What's more, these narratives are not just from laymen. Even law enforcement officers have reported strange occurrences. An officer patrolling a Navajo reservation shared a story of a creature that could change its form at will, shifting from a human to a fast-moving animal right before his eyes. These stories and countless others underline the widespread belief and fear associated with skinwalkers. They serve as a testament to the power of folklore and its ability to transcend geographical and cultural boundaries. However, it's crucial to remember that these tales, as spine-chilling as they may be, are deeply rooted in the traditions and beliefs of the cultures they originate from. While we may enjoy the thrill of these supernatural narratives, we must approach them with respect and understanding. In the Navajo tradition, even speaking of skinwalkers is considered taboo, a testament to the reverence and caution these stories command. So, as we delve deeper into this fascinating world of shapeshifters and supernatural beings, let's remember to honor the cultures that have shared these stories with us. While these stories send chills down our spine, respect for these legends and the culture they come from is paramount. Exploring the world of skinwalkers requires a deep respect for Navajo culture and traditions. As we delve deeper into the mysterious tales of these supernatural beings, it is crucial to remember that these stories are sacred aspects of Navajo culture. They are more than just intriguing tales to be shared around a campfire or fodder for our fascination with the supernatural. They are deeply ingrained in the Navajo way of life, shaping the worldview and spiritual beliefs of the people. The Navajo people, or Dine as they refer to themselves, have a rich oral tradition. Stories, legends, and myths are passed down from generation to generation, serving as both a form of education and a means to instill moral values. The tales of skinwalkers are part of this tradition, though they are often regarded with a sense of fear and reverence. These tales are not typically shared with outsiders, and even within the community, they are spoken of with caution. This is partly due to the malevolent nature of skinwalkers, as well as the belief that speaking of these beings may attract their attention. As we discuss these stories, we must be mindful of the sacred nature of these tales and treat them with the respect they deserve. Cultural sensitivity is key when approaching any aspect of a culture that is not our own. It's easy to let curiosity get the better of us, to want to delve deeper, to unravel the mysteries that these stories hold. But we must remember that our curiosity should never overstep the boundaries of respect. We are guests in this world of Navajo mythology, and it is incumbent upon us to honor the traditions and beliefs that hold these stories sacred. We must also remember that the skinwalker is not a creature to be romanticized or trivialized. It is a symbol of evil and corruption in Navajo culture, a being that is feared and avoided. To treat it as anything less would be a disservice to the culture from which these stories originate. Furthermore, it's important to recognize that these stories are not ours to exploit or appropriate. They belong to the Navajo people and should be shared in a way that respects their ownership and cultural significance. As we explore these tales, let's ensure we are doing so in a way that acknowledges and respects their origins. As we continue our journey into the world of skinwalkers, let's approach these stories with an open mind and a respectful heart. Let's remember that these tales are more than just thrilling supernatural stories. They are an integral part of a culture and a people's identity. In the end, our exploration of skinwalkers is not just about uncovering the mysteries of these supernatural beings. It's also about understanding the culture that gave birth to these stories and appreciating the rich tapestry of beliefs and traditions that make up the Navajo way of life. As we move forward, let's remember to honor these stories and the culture they come from. These ancient entities have found their way into our modern media, from the silver screen to the pages of popular novels. Skinwalkers, with their chilling lore and shadowy presence, have become a source of fascination and fear, not just in Navajo culture but across the globe. In the world of cinema, skinwalkers have been depicted in various forms. They've been the menacing, shape-shifting villains in horror films, intriguing characters in fantasy sagas, and even subjects of psychological thrillers. Each representation, while different in its own right, echoes the same eerie nature of these mythical beings, their shape-shifting abilities, and their malevolent intent. Television has also seen its fair share of skinwalker appearances. From supernatural dramas to crime series, these entities have been woven into plots, often as characters that blur the line between human and beast. These portrayals often delve into the complexities of the skinwalker myth, exploring the human element behind the monster and the moral dilemmas that come with their existence. In literature, skinwalkers have found a home in various genres. They've been the focus of chilling horror stories, the antagonists in thrilling detective novels, and even the misunderstood characters in young adult fiction. Authors have used the Skinwalker myth to explore themes of identity, transformation, and the duality of human nature. Graphic novels and comic books, too, have not been immune to the allure of the Skinwalker. These visual narratives, with their vivid illustrations and compelling story arcs, have brought Skinwalkers to life in a way that's both captivating and terrifying. Video games, another medium where Skinwalkers have made their mark, offer an interactive experience that allows players to engage with these mythical beings in a more immersive way. From action-adventure games to survival horrors, Skinwalkers have been both foes to defeat and characters to empathize with. But it's important to remember that while these depictions can be entertaining and intriguing, they are often a far cry from the traditional Navajo narratives. They are interpretations, adaptations designed to thrill and engage, often straying far from the sacred and deeply respected traditions from which they originate. So, whether you're watching a movie, reading a novel, or playing a video game featuring a Skinwalker, remember the depth and richness of the original lore. The Skinwalker isn't just a scary monster or a complex character, it's a part of a culture, a symbol of a profound mythology that continues to resonate even in our modern world. While modern depictions vary, the essence of the Skinwalker remains the same. They continue to intrigue us, to frighten us, and to make us question the boundaries of our own humanity. And perhaps that is the true power of mythology, its ability to endure, to adapt, and to hold up a mirror to our deepest fears and fascinations. While believers stand firm, skeptics question the existence of these mythical beings. Now let's shift our perspective a bit and delve into the scientific and skeptical viewpoints on the phenomenon of Skinwalkers. The world of science and skepticism often collides with the realm of the supernatural, and the Skinwalker phenomenon is no exception. While the belief in these shape-shifting entities is deeply rooted in Navajo culture, skeptics propose alternative explanations for the reported sightings and encounters. Some argue that the Skinwalker phenomenon might be a result of cultural conditioning. In societies where the belief in supernatural beings is prevalent, people are more likely to interpret unexplained events in line with those beliefs. If you're raised hearing tales of Skinwalkers, a rustling in the bushes or an unidentifiable animal in the dark might quickly be attributed to these legendary creatures. Cognitive psychologists suggest the concept of pareidolia, where the mind perceives a familiar pattern or shape where none actually exists. It's like seeing faces in the clouds or hearing voices in the wind. In the case of Skinwalkers, an ordinary animal could be mistaken for a supernatural entity, especially if one is already expecting or fearing such a creature. Moreover, the field of zoology offers another perspective. Misidentification of known animals, especially under poor lighting conditions, can lead to claims of supernatural sightings. A large coyote, a bear on its hind legs, or even a swift lanky bobcat could potentially be mistaken for a Skinwalker. The field of psychiatry also offers insights. Hallucinations, whether brought on by certain mental health conditions, stress, or substance use, could potentially explain some Skinwalker sightings. In these cases, what is perceived as a supernatural encounter might in fact be a complex mental phenomenon. However, it's crucial to note that these explanations don't entirely dismiss the existence of Skinwalkers. Instead, they offer alternative perspectives to consider. The world is full of unexplained phenomena, and our understanding of reality is continually evolving. From a scientific perspective, the lack of empirical evidence makes it difficult to substantiate the existence of Skinwalkers. But the absence of evidence is not necessarily evidence of absence. As the saying goes, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and until such evidence is found, the existence of Skinwalkers remains a question of belief. Skeptics and believers will likely continue to debate the existence of Skinwalkers, each side presenting their viewpoints based on personal beliefs, experiences, and interpretations of the available information. This ongoing dialogue contributes to the rich tapestry of human understanding and belief, adding layers of complexity to our shared cultural narratives. Regardless of beliefs, the mystery of Skinwalkers continues to intrigue us all. Whether you lean towards skepticism or belief, the allure of the unknown, the fascination with the possibility of beings beyond our understanding, and the allure of tales that send shivers down our spine, all contribute to our ongoing fascination with the enigma that is the Skinwalker. Our exploration into the world of Skinwalkers has sparked many questions and comments from you, our viewers. Firstly, we have a question about the shape-shifting abilities of Skinwalkers. It's fascinating, isn't it? In Navajo lore, Skinwalkers are believed to possess the power to transform into any animal they desire. This uncanny ability is central to many of the stories and encounters shared about these mythical beings. Another viewer asked, "Are Skinwalkers evil?" Well, it's important to remember that in Navajo culture, Skinwalkers are typically associated with malevolence. They're often depicted as figures who use their powers to cause harm. However, like any myth or legend, interpretations can vary. We also received a thought-provoking question about the role of Skinwalkers in Native American folklore. Skinwalkers are not just part of Navajo mythology, but their tales have permeated many aspects of Native American folklore. They embody a complex interplay of respect for nature, fear of the supernatural, and the dichotomy of good and evil. One viewer shared a personal story of an alleged encounter with a Skinwalker. While we can't verify these stories, they certainly add to the rich tapestry of narratives surrounding these beings. We encourage more of you to share your own experiences or thoughts. We also saw a comment asking about Skinwalkers in modern media. Yes, these creatures have made their way into popular culture, appearing in movies, TV shows, and literature. Their depictions vary widely, sometimes straying far from their original mythology. Lastly, many of you expressed your appreciation for our sensitive approach to this topic. We want to reiterate the importance of respect when discussing cultural legends like Skinwalkers. These stories hold sacred significance within their respective cultures, and we strive to honor that in our exploration. Your engagement helps us delve deeper into these mysteries, and we appreciate your contributions. Keep those questions and comments coming. They enrich our understanding and foster a vibrant community of curiosity and learning. Today, we've journeyed into the world of Skinwalkers, exploring their legends, characteristics, and cultural significance. We've delved into the heart of Navajo mythology to uncover the Skinwalkers' shape-shifting abilities and their malevolent nature. We've traversed through the fascinating stories and legends that surround these beings, gaining insights into their role within Native American folklore. We've examined the unique attributes and powers attributed to these mysterious entities, and listened to chilling accounts of supposed encounters. We've also taken a moment to appreciate the cultural sensitivity required when discussing such sacred and significant aspects of Navajo culture. In our modern world, we've seen how Skinwalkers continue to captivate imaginations through their depictions in media. And we've even peeked into the scientific and skeptical perspectives that seek to explain the unexplainable. As we conclude our journey, we invite you to continue exploring the mysteries of the world with us. Remember to like, subscribe, and most importantly, share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating exploration into the world of Skinwalkers. We've delved into the depths of Navajo mythology, shared chilling encounters, and even dared to question the science behind these legendary beings. If this journey has sparked your curiosity, our channel is ripe with more enigmatic topics waiting to be unraveled. So, don't hesitate to dive in and quench your thirst for the unknown. Until next time, keep exploring the mysteries that surround us.